Welcome to Outback Outdoors. Make sure you like, subscribe, and click the alert to stay up to date on all our new videos.
On a September morning, she came without warning, said, ain't it a beautiful day?
That's a nice whitetail right there, guys. I don't care who you are, and I don't care where you're from.
So that first evening, we are sitting up on this knob that we call Vulture's Knob, which is, you can see just a ton of country. And we're watching some really good whitetails, a few decent mule deer, but then we look over and there is a passel of elk.
On a September morning, she came without warning, said, ain't it a beautiful day?
The next morning our plan was to get up and hit Vulture's Knob, and then that's going to tell us, okay, what deer are in there, where are the elk going, how can we hunt them. And we watched the elk, and they started to leave, and then something buggered them, and 120 head turned and ran. And when they, I don't know when they quit running, because 5 miles away they were still running.
These elk acting like elk do. They were actually headed that way. 2 miles, mile and a half away, like they were going to go up into a little pocket over there. And something spooked them, and they turned and they ran, hauled butt, and we're 2 miles away. We kind of came around just to get eyes on them, and they just crossed up over a little pass there into the backside.
There was no season for your bloom, red rose you rose up to a desert moon. Pretty soon you made your way to town, and my dreams they shine around.
So go right of him where the brush gets a little thicker, and you can just see that 3 points back, and his head is up. And now he's walking to the right, and you can see just his antlers. He's just headed back towards that line of cedars and that little along the rocks. I could just see his butt a second ago.
Sure enough, we did end up finding a few bucks in there. And so we got out the Montana decoy, the Bessie, the head-on moo cow, and we moved in.
Alright, so what we're going to do is let's walk down here, and then we'll angle up so that we make sure that whatever wind we possibly have, we have the best chance. Okay? Let's get up in between those two, okay? So go ahead. I'll follow you.
What we didn't know is there was more deer in there, and there was also a cow and a calf. We didn't even know they were in there. So we kind of blew that stalk, but we had a good time.
I felt it, man. Freaking wind. Oh, well, that was fun. Okay, well, we gave her the old college try. Now we know where some other bucks are bedded, and we can always go blow them out. Oh.
too young. The storm's running through the Midwest like a bandit out on the loose.
Tanner had to leave, and you and I were already kicking around the idea of an ambush that we'd seen where these deer had come back into the pivot. We were going to try and set up there by that bonsai pass. We have two options. So they're either going to go up and cut up and over that, or they come around the point of that. And my thought on that was we're going to glass. And then as we see those bucks coming, they're going to either come up that way or they're going to circle and then come into the pivot.
Look at that target, and then look low and right. There's like 5 bucks there.
It's like the nights in Salt Lake City where the snow fell down too soon.
We had one good 4-point, and I thought he was coming up towards us. And so we backed up, got in a position where we had good cover, and we were going to have what, a 30-yard shot.
You gotta tell me if you see him. If you see him coming, you can see better. When you see his antlers, I'm gonna draw. He's coming. Okay.
And then I look back over to the pivots, and that doe and that 4-point are now on the pivots.
So they must have hit that and come around. So then I said, we've got to get down there.
Are you on him? Okay, tell me when you got him. You got him. Yeah, he's gone. So, it was pretty cool tonight. We set up on the top of this pass. We had a little buck come by. Worked perfect. We were watching a bigger buck that was working from the sage, and we thought he was going to come by. And this is the trail he took. So we hoofed it over here, probably about 150 yards, and set up. Well, we had no longer set up. And I set Taylor next to a bush and decided I was going to come behind this bush. So Taylor's about 8 yards from me. A buck steps out, comes up the draw, shows himself. I can see him perfect. He's 51 yards. Taylor can't see him. There's this deadfall right in our way. And I can't shoot the buck. And he stuck around for probably 15, 30 seconds maybe. I didn't have a shot, but Taylor had him. It is what it is. And then just a little bit ago, we had a group of probably 8 does and 2 little bucks come in, all within range, but I'm not going to shoot that. A 2-year-old buck. Might have been 3, but I'm still a young buck. But that was fun. So we're going to go back up, grab our stuff, and get out of here. What a wonderful evening. That is what it's all about right there.
And this morning, our plan was to make our last evening the best it could possibly be. Heat of the day, we moved up onto the next little ledge so we could see more, and we cut a bunch of cedar branches, piled them up about 3 foot tall to where you had a kind of a little place where you could film everything I could see, maybe even more than I could see.
If we're seeing the bucks moving and they're looking like they're going around that way, we're gonna jet down there.
Being up on Bonsai, that also put us at a position where we could glass. And we found some deer, and they stayed bedded late. So we waited till we saw these bigger bucks, these more mature deer, started working our way. Well, they weren't doing it like they did last night. So we finally just kind of looked at each other, and I think you said, I don't see those deer coming up Bonsai. I think you said, I think they're going to hook around. And I said, man, I agree with you. We grabbed our stuff, made an executive decision, and we headed around.
That's a good buck. I'm shooting that buck. No, he's yellow. I'm shooting that one right there, the second one. I don't mean to be disrespectful, but I never saw that deer. I saw the first buck. He's 2-year-old, probably, maybe 3. Well, he stepped out perfect. I ranged him 35 yards. And then I saw him, the bigger buck. And I'm like, oh, I'll shoot that buck, I'll shoot that buck. And then he started to walk up. Well, I have a little window here in my makeshift blind that we made this afternoon. And so I end up having to wait. Then the little buck steps up, and I'm like, did I miss-see that? Did I not see what I thought I saw? And then he stepped out, and I'm like, oh yeah, I'll shoot that one, I'll shoot that one. So then I got drawn and just came up. I tried to put it like right behind the shoulder, because on a deer, the shoulder actually goes like this. You don't want to be too far up because you'll be in the knuckle. But there's a triangle there that's actually really good. And he bonsai'd over there. And I'm hoping we're going to be able to go over there, find my knock. I'm pretty sure it's a good shot. I did not see him come out. So I think he's in the bottom of that draw right there.
Yes! We walked right by him. Oh yeah! We did it. Good job, buddy. Let's take a look at this dude. Oh.
What do you think of that? Huh? Wow. I mean, that is a good mule deer. He's got kickers. What character? He's a mature deer. I am stoked. I am so happy it worked out. You know, we set this whole system up this afternoon, kind of on a whim, having the experience of trying to move. We knew we needed almost 2 different blinds, so this afternoon we did exactly that, and just put up a bunch of cedar boughs and just gave ourselves an opportunity. And then we watched the deer, and we let the deer tell us where to go. And it was late when they were moving tonight, but they finally came, and it just worked out perfect. I'm so excited. This is a great buck, a great buck. Awesome.
Thanks for watching Outback Outdoors. We encourage you to comment below, and as always, like, subscribe, and click the alert to stay up to date on all our new videos.